Well, it is a cold, no, it's not super cold, but it is rainy and overcast day. Not a very nice day. Gloomy. Gloomy is the word I was looking for. It's a gloomy day here at Northfield. I got to go with a bunch of babies today. Man, a great start to the Cumberland Run at the Meet. What a nice track that is. So yesterday I'd asked Eric for a ride back to the airport. And then after the race, I washed my face off. Of course, it had to pour rain right before the race. But the sun did come out right before we went to the gate. But the damage had already been done. I was soaked and covered with mud. And I saw Ron Burke putting his stuff in his car. And I said, hey, where are you going? He bought a condo in Lexington. You know, right across from a restaurant, all those nice condos.
Which restaurant?
Where we ate the last day in Lexington. Anyway,
left my license in the car.
Carson's? Oh, yeah. Hope she tases you. I think those condos up there somewhere. Anyway, I said, geez, can I get a ride back to Lexington with you? I had one. He goes, you didn't have a ride? And I said, well, no. I told him I gave Lauren a ride to Corbin, and then I was racing on Monday, and she was on the racing on Sunday, and obviously I wanted her to get back to work on Monday, so I gave her my car to drive home, and I was just going to jump in with Eric and get a ride back to the Red Mile, and then just get an Uber over to the airport. And he said, yeah, no problem. So his wife, I can't believe I've never met his wife. No, I've never seen his wife. What a nice lady she was. So Ron, and I think her name's Diane, gave me a ride back to Lexington. Talked about the horses a bit, just talked about racing in general. A different perspective, obviously. He's got even a bigger stable than we have.
You're kidding me.
Well, you look like a criminal. He says they always stop her and ask her for her license. You look like a criminal. They just want to make sure you're not in here stealing stuff.
They asked me who I worked for the other day.
Well, there you go. So yeah, it was nice to get a different perspective of racing, because he got such a big stable, right? And he must have watched 20 races that they were in on the way back to the airport. So I was more concerned with the races we were in. Very happy with the way that both Arson and Memory and Imagination raced. I had a great text last night. Eric had said to me, geez, I'd like to get some of that weight off of Memory and Imagination, somewhere along those lines. I said, yeah, well, he'll pace, because that's what he does. He wears his elbow boots. You think you'd like to get a lighter shoe on him to get him out of his elbows, but he will get pacey. He's much less effective. I think as he grows up as a 3-year-old, his knees close in, his stifles close up. Where are you going?
I have work to do.
Well, we're doing a video here. You can't leave the production room like that.
You can't ramble on for 20 minutes about
Sure I can.
something that takes 5.
No, of course I can. I can do whatever I want. It's my video. So Memory and Imagination, I explained to Eric that we can take the weight off. We've tried to take the weight off, but you're going to watch him pace, and he doesn't have to be an iota better than he was yesterday. And his concern was, which was valid, he said, Charlie Norris's horse was closing in on him. I said, it's one thing to close in, it's another thing to pass. Memory and Imagination, that was actually, I believe, the first time he'd ever raced on the front. The one day I got parked and he won. But I think it's the first time he ever raced on the front, and he was a professional, for a track that was rained on a little bit, and then you come out in a new surface, 5/8 mile track, put him on the front, first time in his life, and he comes 28-2 on the end of it. That's all business, and he was very, very good yesterday, and Arson was great the day before. Happy with the way those two raced. Now there is, I had another great discussion with Eric in person at the track, and we talked about...
Is Yuri?
Yes, Yuri, you're right. We talked about the 2-year-old pop-up series that's being written in... they told everybody yesterday the condition sheets were wrong for this week. The purses are going up 25%. And then there's another added percentage for people that use Kentucky trainers. And Eric's considered a Kentucky trainer. I think that the algorithm they use is if 55% of your starts as a trainer are in Kentucky, you're considered a Kentucky trainer. Well, 100% of Eric's starts are in Kentucky. He's got like 90-some starts. No, he had some in Ohio. That's right. But for sure, well over 55% are in Kentucky. So you have all these bonuses and additions onto the purses. It's so weird. They only want to race 4 weeks. They only want to race 12 cards. And I heard somebody asking one of the management guys, you guys looking to pick up more dates? Because Oak Grove they're starting earlier next year. and they're like, "No, I don't think so." They're pretty happy with the month meet. Well, who else is it? Just ask her who else is on her mind. She's in there, so.
Oh, I tried to leave.
No, you can't leave yet. No. Yeah, it just seemed a little odd, but what a beautiful place. It's literally, I've explained it like 3 times now, but there's no grandstand. There's a place for the judges, the announcer, up on top of this what looks like an apartment, and the production crew is underneath. There's a tent. There's a place that's serving alcohol, and a place in the tent for tickets to be bought, and some barbecues and stuff. No grandstand, and it's just chiseled into a mountain. And the back, if you're on the front stretch, looking to the back stretch, it's all trees. It's probably one of the most picturesque places I've been at and raced at, maybe in my life. A really, really cool spot. So, but you'll love this. So I get up. Yes, I'm telling a story. This is a side note. I got up and I go downstairs, and I'm like, all right, I got to warm up at 11:30.
Downstairs? Where were you?
At the Holiday Inn.
Oh.
Yeah, no, there's no downstairs. There's no stairs there. I'm at the Holiday Inn, so I go on Uber.
Yeah, good luck.
No Uber. Lyft? No Lyft. I said to the lady, I said to the lady behind the desk, "You guys, you don't do the Uber here, eh?" She goes, "Oh no, we don't got Uber here yet." I laughed. They have a Starbucks across the street, a strip of restaurants, but no Ubers. So I had to wait for a cab, like 1984. I don't even know the last time I called a cab. I just assumed they would show up like Uber. We'll be there in about 35 minutes. So, 35 minutes? I can almost walk there in 35 minutes. Okay. So I text Eric. I'm like, I can't be there for first trip. I have no transportation. So the cab picks me up. Lady takes me to the track. I warm the horse up. Horse wins. And then I get a ride back to the airport. So Arson was great. Memory and Imagination was great. Now, back to the conversation with Eric. I had said, it's almost 2.5 weeks for these horses racing last. We don't want to get in a situation where it's 2 weeks. I almost tempted to race them. You can be sure every 2-year-old that raced yesterday is likely going to race in that pop-up series. It doesn't go for the 12 or 11 it's carded for. It's going to go for close to 16 or 18 with the final probably of 20, 25, 30. And as I said to Eric, that was the 10th start for both of them yesterday. I think maybe the pop-up series next week makes the most sense, just to make sure that they stay ready to go, race them in the final. And then if we decide to forego the pop-up final, then so be it, depending on the person, how they come out of the finals. Because yesterday was just yesterday and the day before, and not to downplay the other horses, they were good horses, but strong training trips for both of them. They were very good. Arson was very professional. That's the best word for it. Both the horses were extremely professional. Arson, first over, just let him coast up alongside the leader at the head of the lane, pushed on through, and won by 3/4 of a length. Memory and Imagination took control of the race like he's done it 100 times. Slow second quarter, not enough to get fined, but a slow second quarter, and then turned on the gas around the last turn, and he was gone. Both the horses raced great. White Tiger last night, he's in the open. What are you going to do? Those are probably the 5 best horses in the country that finished ahead of him, and there's not much you can do in that situation with Tiger. So there's no point critiquing the drive. Scott Young did what he could. Today, as I said, Gandalf the Black is scratched. We just wanted to get a handle on the sickness. It's the end of his season. It's just not fair to the horse. Even down in class into this condition claimer group, it's not fair to the horse to race him knowing that, I know he's not at 100%, but he's eating good, he's feeling good. Physically, he's getting back to 100%, but it would be unfair to race him tonight. So we'll give him a week and race him next week. And Wallop, I'll be watching him very, very closely today from Massachusetts. He's coming in on a 5-race win streak, makes the final regardless, and caught a couple of tougher ones this week. So I'll be interested to see how he does. Happy with the way the babies are going. I'm going to go with some of them that are maybe being a little stubborn the last few days, but that's fine. That's natural and understandable, and eager for the rest of the week. Swinging Senorita drew in an early group, and I'll be driving Swinging Senorita on Thursday night, race 1. Nothing wrong with Ron. He ran 1. He's never driven the filly, I don't think, before, and 2 at some point. He'll likely get get the mount on her. But I'm going there to drive Pickpocket in the 11th. I may as well drive Swinging Senorita also, and then Tactical Mounds in the 8th. Scott Zeron is going to drive Tactical Mounds. So that's our Thursday. Friday, I'll be at the Meadows all day long.
Are we back Saturday? Because Ollie got invited to a birthday party.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I kind of
yeah, we can come back Saturday. If you don't, we don't have to. What time is the birthday party? Yes, we can stay over at the Meadows and then come home. Like 2 hours. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll go Friday. We'll go Friday to the Meadows, and then go to dinner there and stay over. Yeah, that'll be fun. And then Saturday, what do I got going on Saturday? I think the Meadows and
Meadows in the day?
Saturday, don't they?
How are we gonna come back for this then?
Oh yeah, I have to
answer this.
Yeah, no, he can come back either way. We can come back. It's Friday afternoon racing at the Meadows anyway.
It's night last week.
It's not night this week. That was the last night the other day. So don't worry about it. Either way, it's very, very doable. So we'll figure out the birthday situation soon enough. Now today we do have the sale in London. I gave Danny O'Brien some hips to look at. I drilled down on the ones that Amy and I had picked out before. There isn't that many. When you take out the ones that we don't want because of their sires, or the ones that we don't like because of their pedigree, and then we look at the videos of the ones that are left and we whittled them back down, there's not a ton of horses. And I told Danny, I said, I feel bad having you go down there and inspect all these horses and be there all day and bid on horses. And he goes, well, I love doing that. I said, I do too. It's tough because I know what's going to happen. We're going to put prices beside all these horses, and they're going to go for way more money than we feel they should. So I'm hoping they don't. Maybe I'm wrong. I know one of the breeders had messaged me the other day about something else and said that they were concerned the sale was going to be way down. They had a lot less foot traffic at the farm. Not as many people looking at their videos, and they can see all the analytics and stuff. And I said, well, Lexington was still very strong. I don't see any reason why London wouldn't be strong still. It usually is, historically speaking. So we'll be on the lookout. We're at the sale, although Amy and I are here going with the babies and working with the babies. Danny O'Brien will be our eyes and ears at the sale in London. It should be a lot of fun. It should be a great day either way for us, either on this side or that side. But really excited about watching Wallop race this afternoon. So with that, I'm going to let you go. A little bit of a ramble, as Amy says, but I didn't get to do a video yesterday.
Shoot.
Everybody was starved of the videos yesterday. So I wanted to make sure I talked to everybody. So I think everything is on the up and up. Everything is moving forward properly. For all the people I see you buying shares out there, thank you very much. It certainly helps, as the bill will soon come in for Lexington. Keep up the good work. So with that, I'll let you go. I hope you guys are having a good day. As I said, kind of a gloomy day, and it's not going to get much better today. So it's just a day here in Ohio. Take care.